Since last Friday, the anticipation has been building as we all eagerly awaited some significant news. Well, the wait is finally over. Today we have an exciting update to share with you. NASCAR has handed down a penalty, far more substantial than anyone could have predicted, and now Hendrick Motorsports is attempting something entirely unprecedented. They're requesting that NASCAR reevaluate their decision. To learn more about the events that unfolded on Wednesday and how they could potentially shape the future of NASCAR, be sure to watch this video for a comprehensive breakdown. As a fan gearing up to watch the race, brace yourself for an adrenaline-pumping experience full of thrilling moments. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to ensure you stay in the loop with all the latest NASCAR news and updates. So what happened after Saturday's race at Phoenix Raceway? On Wednesday, NASCAR gave out a bunch of penalties to different teams and drivers. Hendrick Motorsports, which is one of the best teams in NASCAR, got the biggest team fine ever. Why? Well, on the Friday before the race in Phoenix, NASCAR found out that all of Hendrick Motorsports' cars had some changes made to their hood louvers. They were allowed to keep practicing, but NASCAR took the parts away to check them out. Then on Saturday, something similar happened to the number 31 college racing car. It didn't pass NASCAR's pre-qualifying inspection because of the same issue they found on Friday. Let me fill you in on the events that transpired during a recent NASCAR race. Certain incidents occurred during the competition that left NASCAR officials quite displeased. As a result, they decided to impose penalties on some individuals, with the announcement made on a Wednesday. You might be wondering what kind of punishments were handed down. The penalties were indeed substantial. All 4 crew chiefs were required to pay $100,000 each, and they were banned from attending 4 races. Additionally, both teams lost 100 points in the regular season and 10 points in the playoffs. That's quite a hefty penalty, wouldn't you agree? Now let's discuss the drivers involved. There were 4 of them. Joey Suarez, who drove the number 24 car, Alex Bowman, who manned the number 48 car, Josh Berry, who filled in for Chase Elliott in the number 9 car, and Justin Haley, who drove the car adorned with the number 31. The crew chiefs landed in hot water for falsely claiming to be sick and subsequently being absent from their duties. They received suspensions and were fined, which serves as a lesson in fairness for the other teams that abided by the rules. Moving on to the race on Saturday, all cars passed inspection without any issues, which was certainly a positive development. However, an intriguing turn of events unfolded during the practice session in the day before. Kyle Larson managed to claim both the first and last positions, while William Byron secured second place. Impressively, Byron took the top spot in the practice session. Larson finished 4th, and 2 other Hendrick Motorsports cars completed the top 5. All 3 drivers secured positions within the top 10. Bowman placed 10th, with Berry close behind in 11th place. Haley, on the other hand, finished in the 26th position. Hendrick Motorsports recently faced the largest fine ever imposed on a team, a staggering $400,000. That's an enormous sum of money, and it reflects the seriousness of the situation. For some historical context, consider that in 2013, the Michael Waltrip Racing Team and its 3 cars were collectively fined a total of $100,000. This penalty was imposed due to their attempts to manipulate the results of the Fall Cup race at Richmond. Such actions are unfair to other competing teams and the loyal fans who expect honest competition on the racetrack. NASCAR is highly committed to ensuring fair play and adherence to the rules by all participants. They strive to maintain the integrity of the sport and create a level playing field for all competitors. Consequently, if anyone considers engaging in underhanded tactics during a race, they should be aware that NASCAR is vigilant and ready to enforce the rules. The penalties for such behavior can be severe, and as demonstrated by the cases mentioned above, the consequences can be financially significant and detrimental to a team's reputation. So those involved in the world of NASCAR racing must remain mindful of the importance of maintaining the sport's integrity and upholding the principles of fair competition. The consequences of straying from these values can be far-reaching and costly for everyone involved. Due to the introduction of NASCAR's latest generation car in the Cup Series, teams have managed to save a significant amount of money. A key factor in this success was the ability to share components obtained from a central source. In April 2022, Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing and Front Row Motorsports both received penalties from NASCAR for making unauthorized modifications to a single-sourced item during the season. While the modified items were not louvers for a car's hood, they both came from the same location. Elton Sawyer, NASCAR's Senior Vice President of Competition, explained that the penalties were imposed after inspections revealed that the parts had been altered in an unauthorized location. He emphasized that these penalties were consistent with those given to other teams the previous year, ensuring fairness and healthy competition in the garage. After a year of discussions with vehicle owners to determine the most effective deterrent, NASCAR decided to issue fines. While Sawyer did not elaborate on the specific modifications observed, he stressed that whatever they were not allowed. He stated that the necessary components are already available and that working directly with the industry and garage is the best way to achieve compliance. He added that the event in question was not approved, implying that NASCAR and the garage are working together to optimize communication and maintain the highest level of effectiveness. A full 4 hours after the initial car inspections, Hendrick Motorsports announced their intent to appeal the penalty, stating that NASCAR had taken the components without any warning. In the appeal, they claim that the louvers provided by the NASCAR-designated single-source supplier don't meet the quality of the approved designs submitted by the manufacturer. Typically, a suspended employee with an ongoing appeal can continue working while the issue is being reviewed. However, Hendrick made it clear that they would not request a delay in personnel bans for the upcoming race in Atlanta. Updated team rosters for the weekend's competition will be made available once new crew chiefs have been chosen. On Friday, Denny Hamlin found himself in a similar situation. Accompanied by more than just one slow team, Hamlin was also fined on Wednesday. He faced a $50,000 penalty and the loss of 25 driver points after being accused of attempting to manipulate the outcome of a race or championship. During the final restart of Sunday's race, Ross Chastain collided with Hamlin, resulting in both cars crashing into the wall. Chastain and Hamlin ultimately tied for last place. Hamlin brought up the incident in the first episode of his podcast, which was released on Monday. He explained that he had crashed with Chastain on Sunday because of their past encounters. Sawyer emphasized that since every car accident is unique, it's not possible to make generalizations about the causes of road rage. He explained, from our perspective, each of these situations is distinct, right? They're one-off events, and the one from the past weekend appears to have occurred quite recently. He went on to say that NASCAR supports Hamlin's podcast. However, when he starts confessing to intentionally doing something that could compromise the outcome or conclusion of a race, we have no choice but to get involved in such situations. Sawyer made it clear that they cannot ignore circumstances where a driver admits to intentionally affecting the results of a race. By addressing these issues, NASCAR aims to maintain fairness and sportsmanship within the sport, ensuring that all competitors have an equal opportunity to succeed. Our coverage for today is now over. We hope you found it interesting. Leave your thoughts on the video in the comments and subscribe to our channel for more NASCAR news and content.